Welcome back to another Freestyle Friday. Every single week we're gonna cook my way. Recipes are free. You know I keep it hot, so grab your pen and paper. I'll show you what I got. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Freestyle Friday. I say another, but this is the first episode. So every single Friday we're gonna come at you with a recipe. Today we're keeping it nostalgic, keeping it Canadian. Even though we're in America, we're in San Antonio, but the homies at HEB has hooked up the maple syrup. And it's Saturday morning. We are gonna make a delicious blueberry pancake recipe. Let's get it. First thing we're gonna need for our pancake recipe is a giant bowl, which I keep up here. It like literally just fits. Look at that, just fits. You wanna recreate this at home, you can pause the video and just follow the steps. It's gonna be very, very simple. I'm not a big fan of trash, but we are gonna use, if you're a baller, you can go all out. You can get some coconut sugar, some maple sugar, some next level unrefined sugar, but today we're using refined sugar. We're using the worst flour you could possibly buy. We're gonna keep it a little bit healthy with a little bit of oats. Oats are cool, you know, a little bit of protein in there. So we're gonna go half and half trash flour, oats, and then, yeah, you'll see the rest. Okay, so we're gonna start with trash. I'm gonna try and make like 10 pancakes because we're fat and we're each gonna eat 5. Okay, so maybe about a cup of that. That looks like about maybe more than a cup. That's probably a cup and a half. You see that, everybody? Some refined sugar. Okay, so this is important. A lot of people are like, nah, you don't need to add sugar. Trust me, you need to add sugar to your pancakes. That's a 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we don't need to go 4. We're just gonna go 3. Tiny space here, guys, so you gotta stay organized. Whole rolled oats. We're gonna make oat flour today. So easy to make oat flour. We're gonna do about a cup of those. In the blender, boom. We don't need to be super strict. It's kind of cool when you get a little bit of chunks. It adds a little bit of chewiness to your pancakes, okay? That's gonna go right in. We don't need to wash that. That's oats. You know, that can go for the smoothie. That can go right back into its house. Don't got a lot of water in the van here, so we're not gonna wash that. That you have to put a little bit of salt. So how much salt, you ask? Well, that depends on how you're feeling. I just got a piece of salt in my eye. Oh my God, feels like I'm swimming in the ocean right now. We're gonna use about a little bit of salt, you know, like that, boom. We're like basically there now. Magic baking powder. How much, you ask? About a tablespoon and a half. And you need to grab your whisk. See how organized we are here? You got a whisk. Whisk that up. See how I'm like shaking the bowl while whisking? That's gonna help whisk faster. This episode of Freestyle Friday has been brought to you by Chai Walla Chai. Fueled. Okay. Look how mixed that is. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm making a little bowl.
Let me,
a little pond. It's gonna be a little almond milk pond. Now you can use any milk you want, guys. You can use soy, almond, coconut, rice, macadamia. I already sweetened these, so I'm using an unsweetened milk. That's gonna be fine. Okay, I'm gonna pour that right into the middle there. Boom. Now you see how much that was? Not too much, but just enough. And now I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of olive oil. Maybe a tablespoon and a half, boom. You're just gonna slowly start going in the middle. You wanna mix that milk with the oil, and I can tell I'm gonna need more. But this is the eyeball part. There's no recipe needed because you're gonna know exactly how thick you want them. Okay, see how it's getting thick? It's getting too thick, it's getting too thick. Okay, more milk. I'm gonna go a little bit more milk. Maybe a little more olive oil, you know? So, start mixing that in again. Just in the middle. We're not going crazy around the bowl, but you're just starting to go in the middle. Now we can go crazy. It's super important to get a non-stick pan. You're gonna have a great time if you have one. If you don't have one, you're not gonna have such a fun time. I like to cook pancakes with coconut oil. It gives it like a buttery flavor. So I'm gonna grab that. I've got my spoon out already. Almond milk, see you later. Forgot one ingredient, guys. A little bit of vanilla. Hello. Just give it a little color, a little bit of flavor. Don't worry, the sink was clean. We're gonna go right back in here. You want your pan nice and hot, and then you're gonna just add a little bit of coconut oil. And you don't want to put too much oil, but you want enough oil that we're coating the pan. Don't drop the blues, guys. These are not cheap. Okay, you see that? I dropped the blues. Then you get crushed blues on the ground. Your fiance starts to freak out. That's not a good sign. Okay, you're gonna wash those ones you dropped.
And eat them?
And throw them right in the pancake recipe. Not a big fan of washing things, so I'm gonna go right into there. We don't have a lot of water. You don't want to go crazy on the drops and the blues because you got to keep it, you know, in consistency with the amount of cake you have. So I think that'll be good. And I might top the rest of the cakes with those ones. You got a dank blue. Every once in a while you get like a dank blue. You don't want to eat that. Put it on the sink. Okay, let's look at the pan here. Coconut oil is melted. Now we're gonna just do a little shake and stir. Shake and stir. We got our flipper and we got our scooper. So the scooper can just gently caress the blueberries into that batter. See how we're just caressing them in? I'm gonna mix it around.
Is caressing the right word here?
Caress. Caress the blues. Our pan's gonna be nice and hot. You don't want it too hot. You can take it off the heat. Our stove only goes really one temperature, hot. So you can play around with the heat, off the heat, on the heat, off the heat. I'm gonna take it off the heat for a sec.
Oh, shot at Buddy's face this morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, so you're gonna grab a full scoop. I like to go like pretty heavy on the scoop, but you don't wanna slop it everywhere, you know? You wanna keep this nice and clean. Boom, we're gonna go right into the pan. I can fit 3 on here. 2, I'm slopping everywhere. It's embarrassing.
Is it the pressure of filming?
Yeah, I'm trying to rush. Don't rush, guys. All right. Priority number 1 is nothing else but cleaning up the slobs. Slob 1, slob 2. Look at that. That's beautiful. Don't feel like you need to flip that one because that one's in front of you. If you've got a better access one, give the pan a flip. And you can also rearrange your cakes. You know, pull that cake to the left here. If you're not such a confident flipper, pull that one out of the way. Now you got a little bit extra room to work with. So I'm gonna start with this guy here. I'm gonna go underneath. I'm gonna bring him to the side. You can practice this at home just with your wrist rotation, but you just wanna make sure that there you go. Okay, you just flipped him onto there. This is the hard part. A lot of people have been trying at this for years and they're still not getting it. Now, you always want your best looking pancake on top, which I think is gonna be this guy. I'm gonna dump these guys on the bottom. 100% pure maple. Look in the back from Canada. And let's not cheap out, okay? We want to swim in this. Quarter bottle at least. Big fan of the triangle cut. Been doing it for years. Okay, I'm gonna get a blueberry and a raspberry for my first bite. I'm also gonna soak up some more of that maple. Brilliant. Absolute banger. That's a 10 out of 10. I would encourage you to make that recipe, try it out. I love adding that oat in there. You don't have to, but it does add that chewiness and a little bit healthier than just regular white flour. If you enjoyed the recipe, let me know. Smash that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to our channel every single Friday, guys. Freestyle Friday is dropping. Let me know if you have any requests in the description below. And until next week, I'll check you later. Sorry, buddy.
You nailed me.
You weren't holding it that tight, huh?